This is Hot Mike.
Hot Mike.
On the networks of WDAY.
WDAY.
Here's Dom Izzo.
Welcome back, everybody. Hour 2, ready to rock and roll on this Wednesday. A reminder, we've got you all covered for the next 2 days at the Fargo Dome for the Minnesota Section Championship games. It'll begin tomorrow morning at 11:30. We'll have the Section 4 9-man championship game on WDAY 2. That'll be the only game we give you on Thursday. Then Friday, we have all 5 games beginning at 10 a.m. The Section 5A championship game to get us started, followed by the 6A championship. I've got some eyes on that one. Breckenridge plays in that as they try to go back to state. That game's at 12:30. The 6AA championship game goes at 3. I think Osakis is in that every year. The Silver Streaks, one of my favorite nicknames. Then at 5:30, the 8AA championship, which we're going to talk about here in a second. And then we'll wrap it up in prime time at 8 o'clock with the 3A title game. That'll be between DGF and Thief River Falls to wrap up the night. But the 8-2A is what we're talking about here this morning. Stunning news, breaking news, that Barnesville and Hawley are playing in the 8AA championship game again. It's like when the Patriots and the Chiefs play, or like the Patriots and the Colts every year to go to the Super Bowl. I don't even know, Peder Naatz. How many years is this? You know how many times you guys have played to go to state now?
No, not exactly. I know it's been a lot. And I know everybody in this neck of the woods is ready for the other team to move on to the state tournament.
It's great to see you. Congrats on getting back there. Tell me about, is this a revenge tour? You guys beat War Road, a team you lost to. You got Barnesville again. Tell me about what has been different over the last couple of weeks for you guys to make this run.
I think it's just it's a prime example of kids having some perseverance and some grit and belief in themselves, regardless of what's going on around them. Being 2-6 coming into the section tournament, we were fortunate to be a 5 seed, I believe, just how our section played out. And we had a really tough stretch down in the middle of the season. And it started out with a loss to War Road early, and that's a game we shouldn't have lost, but we did. And that kind of put us way behind the 8 ball. And then we went on a 6-game skid, and we just kept asking our kids to stay the course. Don't bail. We're going to have some things to do and take care of some business when we get to the section playoffs. And to their credit, they believed us, and to their credit, they stuck with it. And right now they're playing some really good football. So revenge tour, not really. It's more of an opportunity, and that's kind of how we're looking at it. Would it feel like revenge? Oh, it could feel like revenge, but we just want an opportunity to play. They told us on Saturday after we won that we had to play this game on Friday night. So what the heck, we might as well try to win it, right?
How difficult was that stretch during the middle part of the season when you're not getting the results you wanted? For a guy that you've been doing this for so long, how tough was that for you too?
It was extremely hard. It was tough on the coaches. It was tough on the kids. And we just had to keep, there's a couple times we begged them on Monday morning at early morning film, don't bail, don't bail, believe in yourselves. It's going to get better. It's going to be a B, but it's going to get better. So, and they did that. It's losing is tough. It takes a lot out of you. It takes your spirit. It takes your enthusiasm. And tell you what, you want to figure out if you're going to be tough enough to make it, lose 4 or 5 times in a row, or 6, and then keep fighting, because that 7th opportunity might be the one that gets you over the hump. So, it's tough, man. We've been on both ends of these streak things through the many years that I've been here. Top of the world, bottom of the cellar, and then we're working our way back up, and we've been working our way back up the last couple of years, and this is a great opportunity to get back to the top for our kids in Section 8-2A.
Not only did you lose 6 in a row, then you have to go all the way to Roseau and take that bus ride. So, I mean, was there something that changed in that game? And I got to imagine that was a energetic bus ride back home after you won that one.
It was. The Roseau game had a lot of energy afterwards, on the way back, and that's what the doctor ordered. We needed to get up there. We played a really good football game. But the thing is about that, we had to turn around in 4 days and go back to World,
Right.
for the playoffs. So we didn't have a lot of time to think we were back where we needed to be. We had to get going. And on one day of practice over that MEA break, one day of practice and going up and playing like we did at World, the kids had a nice 4 day break over MEA. We have never practiced over MEA. And even when we were 8-0, we never
Yeah.
practiced. When we were 0-8, we didn't practice. The kids need a break, the coaches need a break, and everybody came back with a renewed bit of enthusiasm and energy, and we're just riding it right now, man.
Is that the furthest you've had for road trips in one season? You went to Roseau and War Road in one season?
Well, yeah, we've done that before, but the last time we did it, they weren't 4 or 5 days apart. They were, spread out throughout the season.
Man, oh man.
But that's how it fell out, and we wanted another shot at Warroad because we played very poorly in that game, and we threw a pick six, and then we threw four more interceptions for a total of five, and they beat us 17-16. And our offensive output was very anemic. Our defense was pretty good. They got scored on the pick six, and then they got one more touchdown. And they gave us a safety at the end of the game to try to eat up some time. So we just wanted another opportunity to play better football, and we did. The kids have taken ownership of this, and right now they're riding high, flying high, and working hard.
People on the outside, Peter, will see your record, but you played Pillager, you played Staples, who are two of the best 2A schools in Minnesota. Did that get you guys tougher, do you think, for what you got to go? And you obviously played Barnesville to get ready for what you got on Friday night.
Well, don't forget we had Perham in there and
Yep.
DGF
Yes.
in that streak of games. And did it make us tougher? I don't know if it made us tougher because we ended up losing 3 kids for the season throughout our football season. And we knew that it was going to be really physical and really difficult. But we also knew it was going to be a great opportunity. We played DGF really tough. We were up 21-7 in the first half and tied at 21, and then their ground and pound just kind of took over. But it for sure developed some mental toughness and some grit going through that stretch. And our kids believe right now, and they're excited for the opportunity to get to this one. And whatever happens, man. It's been quite a run.
You have been in this game, I know, 100 times over, but for the newer kids that haven't been inside the Fargo Dome, what do you tell them, or you let your experienced guys tell them what to expect on Friday night inside that building?
No, we don't talk too much about it. The thing we talk about is the dead air, no wind. It's hard to cool off. And it's not as easy to breathe as you are when you're outside. But as far as being in there, we've got 8 freshmen and a few sophomores that haven't been there before. But it'll be an opportunity. I don't know, we don't really make that big of a deal of it. Yeah, it is a big deal to get there because you're one game away from the state tournament. But it's a football field. It's the same size as any other one. It's just inside, and the lights are really bright. And so we just let them sit and soak it in for a half of a game, and then at halftime of the game before, we get out there and move around a little bit, and then get used to what it's like and how flat it is, and there's no dome or no crown on the field, and it's just a little different feel. So, but we don't talk too much about that. We just talk about on to next.
All right, next is Barnesville, which there are no surprises there. Tell me what you know about Brian's team. How are they any different from when you saw them early in the year to what they're playing right now?
I don't think they're playing any differently. It seems to be they have everyone back healthy, which they battled injuries all season long, as does just about everyone. and they're deeper than we are. We're not too deep at more than, well, let's say less than half of our kids' positions do we have too deep. So we've got some Ironmen on our team. They've got some Ironmen on their team that are playing all the time, all the special teams and everything. So they've got that offense that they run really well. If you can stop the trap consistently, you have a chance. But then your edge players have to be on and disciplined as well. They have a nice play action passing attack that they get outside with the quarterback and he's able to find people and put the ball where it needs to be. So we just it's another one in a line of many, Dom.
When do you remember for this rivalry being different? When did it change for you that these games suddenly became, okay, it's not just our towns. A lot of other people are watching what's going to happen between, because there were a couple of years I thought you two teams were the best two teams in the state in your section.
Well, yeah, I think you're probably right. It's a game of interest for the entire area. It has been for quite some time.
Yeah.
Probably, I want to say, I'm not sure how long it was after Brian Strand got there, but they were struggling mightily, and we would sometimes we would have to put on the brakes not to get 60 points in a game. And Brian came in and really rejuvenated that program. Has an incredible weight program going. The kids believe in them and they keep coming out and they keep playing. I would say probably 2 years. Probably about the year Michael Strand was a sophomore.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not very good with names and years and putting those things together. I never have been. It's just all been a part of it. But by the time Michael was a freshman or sophomore, it didn't start to switch, but they really started to narrow that gap. And that's just good for area football.
Yep.
When they've had a tremendous run. What are these going for? Like is 10th or 11th section championship this week consecutive. And he was in this game several times before that, or they were. It's good for area football. It's good football. Both teams are well coached. Both teams play hard and have grit, and we have great fan bases. And that's about when it really started. I would say right around with Michael, after Brian had been there 5 or 6 years and really built up that strength program where he had a group of 7th graders that bought in, and then they kept going all the way up through their senior year. And then they continued to do that as well. And it's good for area football, definitely.
Between him, Michael, and Ben Ellefson, and her going back and forth, like this is high level, crazy. I mean, level of football that everyone around Minnesota was starting to pay attention to. I'm a little upset. You guys used to be the final game. 8AA was the primetime one. You got moved out of that spot because and honestly, people would stick around to watch your two teams play in the last game of the day.
Yeah, that was the case. And, back when I was several years younger, and now I'm not kidding you. By the time that primetime game gets over, I'm usually in bed long before that. So
you're okay with
5:30.
You're okay with that?
Great time. I'm not having supper at 4:30 at the home or anything like that. But the 5:30 game is good. You've got and I like it because your kids can decompress after the game too. Win or lose, they can just sit there and soak it in and say, "We were here. We had an opportunity. We played. If we win, let's give her. And if we don't, it's like, you know what? You need to also recognize that you've accomplished something pretty crazy this year, and to not just the way to." I don't know. I was thinking about that today. What do we say when we win? What do we say if we lose? So I'm going to keep working on something to say when we win. How about that?
There you go. The power of positive thinking goes well.
Baby.
I got a bunch of emails coming into last week about your section. Obviously, Frazee got number one. You guys beat them on Saturday. Frazee didn't play a ton of AA teams. We started the conversation. I know you and I talked this summer about how things got redistricted again, and we just had Chris Grabowski from Fergus Falls. They got moved up to 4A. You and I think we've done this 100 times. You've been on my show. I've tried to fix Minnesota high school football. Are we making it too hard? I guess what I'll ask you is, like, is it too simple to figure out of who should be playing who, and can't we just do that, or why is it so difficult?
Oh, Dom, you did it again. It's the sad thing about it is last year, I don't know if it's sad or not, but the tough thing to figure out is last year it was primarily section football.
Yeah.
You play your section guys, and it's a easy, pretty much black and white system or program to sort things out at the end for seeding. For some reason, whoever set the schedule together, I was told that, we're going to put the good teams with the good teams and the bad teams with the bad teams and let them battle it out, and then just let the QRF and let the coaches seed at the end, or however. Section football is the easy fix. And then you got to find a couple crossover games. The gist of this, the beginning of it, is from a long time ago when Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, some of those bigger schools were playing schools from Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, Criminy. I think one team even played somebody from Ohio, for crying out loud, or Indiana. Like, what the heck? Because they don't want to play somebody in the regular season. Well, cripes, you gotta play them at the end of the season. What's the difference? So you know what my opinion is of how that program all came out. And that horse has been dead a long time, and I don't want to waste any more energy.
No, I hear you.
I'm kicking that.
Yeah.
But but how it sorted out, that's how the tiebreakers worked out. Some people were upset, some people were okay. But when Dale Scallard, our old section coordinator and superintendent here, had a great way of describing tournament football play or tournament basketball play and seeding. It's like, what the heck? Who can you play and lose to and still move on? You can't. You have to beat everyone in that bracket. If whoever is alive in that bracket, you have to play them. So line up, do it, and get on with it. It's and I love this sport. I love this game. But when you get down to it, it's not my life. It's not who I am. It's one of the things that I do. It's a little thing of what I do, and it is important. But in the grand scheme of things, this world is a big place, Dom, and we're pretty dang small. And if there's a couple things that make us happy, like playing football, like coaching football, go ahead. But it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It's a fun thing for communities. It's a fun thing for kids and coaches, and let's do it as long as we can, man.
I appreciate that. Last before I go, how's your son enjoying NDSU as a true freshman on the football team? How's it going for him?
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster for sure. He's in a situation right now where he's gotten through the fall camp. They're into the structure and the routine of game week and stuff like that. So that fall camp is a doozy. It's a grind. And, he had a blast the first 2 months because they were running and eating and lifting. And then the work came. And then it was like, oh, my goodness. And then now they're into school. There are some fresh faces there. He's absolutely having a blast right now, embracing it, making great friends. It's pretty cool to see right now.
That's awesome, bud. Thanks so much for doing this. I always appreciate it. I'll see you up at the Dome on Friday, okay?
All right, man. I'll be there.
Good to see you. There he goes. Peder Naatz,
You too. Thanks,
Hawley
Dom.
head football coach, joining us this morning. Again, a reminder, you can watch Hawley in Barnesville on Friday night on WDAY2, 5:30 as part of our coverage of all 5 of the section championship games airing on Friday. We'll take our final break. We come back. We'll wrap things up. We're out early because we got Bison Media Zone coming up with myself and Mike McFeely. We'll get you set for a busy Sports Wednesday. We wrap after this.